WWE Legend on why he ignored Randy Orton backstage. Randy Orton has cemented his status as one of the greatest WWE superstars of his generation. In a recent interview, Boker T explained why he once refused to answer the Viper's questions backstage before a match. Orton shared the ring with Boker T several times in the mid-2000s. While the 14-time world champion was relatively new to the main roster, his opponent had already been involved in the industry for over a decade. In an interview on Demetrius Johnson's Mighty Cast, Boker T said Orton asked him multiple times to discuss plans for their match before a show. The two-time WWE Hall of Famer ignored the then-rookie's questions to teach him a lesson about pre-match preparation. There again, I knew by doing that he wasn't going to have anything in his mind other than to try to figure out what he should do because he has nothing to do. So he has to figure out what to do. So then his character came out and he went out and started performing and got through the match. Boker T said. Orton lost via count-out against Boker T in their first televised singles match on the October 20th, 2003 episode of WWE RAW. 2 months later, the Apex Predator retained the Intercontinental Championship against the same opponent on another RAW episode on December 29th, 2003. How Randy Orton reacted to Boker T's lesson. According to Boker T, Randy Orton seemed surprised that their match went smoothly despite the two hardly speaking to each other before the show. Using the Orton story as an example, Boker T added that wrestlers should look at their job as performing art rather than a legitimate in-ring competition. We came through the curtain in the back, and then he looks at me and he goes, "Is it that easy?" And I looked at him and I go, "Every night," boom, walks off. That's the lesson. You got to be able to go out and you got to be able to perform. It's not wrestling. You got to be able to go out and make people feel. It's not professional wrestling. It's performing art. Boker T commentates on NXT every Tuesday night. He also runs the Reality of Wrestling Promotion and Training School in Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on Boker T's Randy Orton story? Hit the discuss button and let us know. In April 2021, Orton and Riddle formed an unlikely tag team partnership after briefly feuding on the Red brand. The two men quickly became one of WWE's most popular duos. They also won the Raw Tag Team Championship twice before Orton's injury forced the team to separate. During an appearance on Stories with Briscoe and Bradshaw, Riddle said he was open to teaming up with Orton again. The connection we made of being friends on TV to others was monumental. I know for a fact because it's been years since we've even been on TV together, and people still ask about us all the time and what we're doing and this, that. Is there any shot of you guys getting back? And I always just go, maybe one day. I would say yes. I'm pretty sure Randy would say yes too, but only time will tell. Riddle received his release from WWE in September 2023. His last match alongside Randy Orton ended in defeat against the Usos in May 2022. How Matt Riddle and Randy Orton became RK Bro. After WrestleMania 37, Matt Riddle was supposed to take a pinfall loss in a tag team match alongside Drew McIntyre against Retribution. Around the same time, Braun Strowman and Randy Orton were due to begin a rivalry. Randy was supposed to wrestle Braun Strowman and get into a feud with him, but with Randy's back being the way it is, he didn't want to really get into a feud with Braun. And then they pitched my name, and Randy was like, yes. And then me and Randy had our one match. He enjoyed working with me enough where he was like, dude, I want to work with this guy every week. Riddle also recalled how Orton initially wanted him fired after their first backstage meeting in WWE. Welcome to yet another roundup of the biggest WWE news and rumors in the world today. Today's edition has a former WWE star getting suspended, two huge legends re-signing with the company, a Randy Orton sighting, and an update about Goldberg's health. Nick Nimith was out in the ring in TNA and was going after Jake something on this week's show. Nimith and Joe Hindari started pushing each other, and Santino Marella came out as the authority figure to bring some peace. Ziegler saw Jake something getting aggressive and hit him with a super kick. He was going to hit him with another, but the star moved out of the way, and he hit Santino Marella instead. While he and his brother apologized to Maryilla backstage later, the authority figure said he had to be fair and do his duty. Thus, Ziegler was suspended from TNA for the next 4 weeks. The new regime of WWE, with Triple H and Nick Khan, has re-signed two huge legends to the company. After decades of legal contention, as per reports by PWINSIDER, WWE has signed back Demolition to the company. Axe and Smash are now. Directions for Randy Orton on the road to WWE WrestleMania 41. Randy Orton has been away from WWE for a few months. He was last seen taking a banned piledriver move from former teammate Kevin Owens that WWE fans are waiting for the Viper to return to the ring. He missed the 2025 Royal Rumble, and it looks like he won't be back for Elimination Chamber either. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, the creative team may want to bring Orton back for a major rivalry. He could do great things to make the show more enjoyable for fans. Check out the 4 directions for Randy Orton if he returns on the road to WrestleMania 41. Randy Orton could take out Kevin Owens to set up their WWE WrestleMania 41 match. Kevin Owens was the one to take out Randy Orton on the November 8, 2024 episode of WWE SmackDown. The two men worked as a tag team before the prizefighter turned on him. The Viper will likely come back for revenge sooner rather than later. WWE fans could see him appear on an upcoming episode of SmackDown either before or after Elimination Chamber. Orton could target Owens when he is looking to injure another superstar. He could hit him with a punt kick and take him out for some time before the two meet at WrestleMania 41 to settle their differences. John Cena is looking to set a new record for the most number of world title wins in WWE. The greatest of all time declared his entry into the men's Elimination Chamber match after falling short in the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton could look to stop his best friend from reaching that milestone in his retirement tour. The Viper could enter the chamber when a star is exiting and attack Cena to cost him his world title dream, attack John Cena inside the Elimination Chamber to get into his next feud. The two men could get into another bitter rivalry to entertain fans. They could have a blockbuster match at the Show of Shows before John Cena calls it a day. It would be great to see the two veterans reignite their decades of rivalry. Randy Orton could team up with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton isn't the only top star Kevin Owens has targeted in his current reign as a heel. He has also hit Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes with the banned package piledriver move to injure them. The Viper could return to recruit Rhodes and Zayn to join him and create a babyface supergroup. They could then target Kevin Owens and, if he joins the prizefighter, Drew McIntyre to take them out. Forming a supergroup just before Wrestlemania would allow all three men to stay busy for some time. The final match could take place between Orton and Owens at WrestleMania 41. The Viper could return to team up with Cody Rhodes to solve the Kevin Owens problem. However, he could turn on his former teammates sooner rather than later. Randy Orton could backstab Cody Rhodes, especially if John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber match to challenge him at WrestleMania 41. He could continue to attack both men and convince them to make the contest a triple threat match at the Show of Shows. Adding a vicious heel to a babyface rivalry between Cody Rhodes and John Cena would make sense. Fans could also get behind the entire storyline, as a win for Randy Orton or John Cena would be sweet for diehard fans. WWE News and Rumor Roundup. Unfortunate update on Randy Orton's hiatus. Planned WrestleMania 41 match scrapped. Welcome to the latest edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's WWE News and Rumor Roundup. Today, we have some huge stories regarding WrestleMania 41. Some planned matches for the Show of Shows might not happen. There's also a backstage update on Randy Orton, albeit not a positive one. So, without further ado, let's get into today's roundup that WWE may change their plans for Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 41. Drew McIntyre was reportedly frustrated following the Royal Rumble for a number of reasons. One of them was WWE's plans for him at WrestleMania 41, with the Scottish Warrior seemingly listed for a match against Damian Priest.